Ah, you are back. A glutton for punishment, eh? Call the innkeeper to bring us ale. Pull up a chair, and let me chill your bones with the tale of the Nuckelavee. Now, in the Celtic nations, there are a number of mythological creatures that share the land and waters with mankind. Some are benign, others avoid their human neighbours at all costs. Probably they are the most sensible of all, because of the creatures of the world, humans appear to cause the most harm and trouble. Other entities in folklore are only seen or heard in times of impending tragedy. There are some that will not cause you harm if you show respect and on occasion placate them. But there are those creatures that figure strongly in traditional beliefs that are extremely frightening, and whose name strikes fear into the hearts of those who hear it. One such entity exists around the seas of Orkney, a group of islands situated off the northern coast of Scotland. Known by the name Nuckelavee, thought to derive from the Orcadian word Nuckelavee, meaning devil of the sea. Now, accounts vary in regard to the appearance of the Nuckelavee, and what it might look like in the sea, its normal habitat, is not known. However, its description on land is horrifying. A hybrid of man and horse, it may be a fusion of the water horse or kelpie from Celtic mythology, and something from a dark Norse myth. An islander known as Tamas claimed to have survived a confrontation with the beast, and after much cajoling reluctantly gave his description of the monster, the only known first-hand account. According to Tamas, the Nuckelavee has a man's torso attached to a horse's back, as if it were a rider. The male torso has no legs, but his arms can reach the ground from the position atop the equine body, the legs of which have fin-like appendages. The torso has a large head, possibly as much as 3 foot in diameter, that lolls back and forth, its mouth projecting like that of a pig. The creature described by Tamas had 2 heads. The equine head has an enormous gaping mouth that exudes a pungent toxic vapour, and a single giant eye like a burning red flame. A particularly gruesome detail is that the Nuckelavee has no hair or skin. The black blood courses through yellow veins, and the pale sinews and powerful muscles are visible as a pulsating mass. Tamas only escaped by crossing a stream, as a Nuckelavee, a creature of the sea, will not enter fresh water. The Nuckelavee did not have everything his own way though. There is another being in Orcadian folklore known as the Mither of the Sea. It is said that during the summer months she has the power to keep a Nuckelavee under the sea and off land. However, in the winter, the creature could emerge from the depths and walk the land of the Orkney Islands. A catastrophe were it not for another factor that could curtail the power of the Nuckelavee. He had a fear of rain, of which there is a plentiful supply in Orkney during the winter, and an inability to wade through fresh-flowing water. So, as Tamas knew, the key to escaping this horrific monster was to reach a freshwater loch or river. Nevertheless, for the people of Orkney, this was a feared and loathsome creature. His breath was said to be like a poison that caused harm to livestock and caused crops to fail. He was also considered to be responsible for epidemics and drought. It was said that there was nothing more infuriating to a Nuckelavee than the burning of seaweed to produce ash, a method used in Orkney from the early 18th century with increasing frequency up until the early 19th century. The ash produced was rich in potash and soda, substances much sought after at the time by the glass and soap industries. The Nuckelavee hated the smell of the smoke, and it drove him into an uncontrolled rage. In revenge, he would afflict all of the horses with a deadly disease known as mortashine. Not that the Nuckelavee needed much of an excuse to cause as much harm as he could to the people and animals of Orkney. He was indeed an evil and malevolent creature. And so ends the tale of the Nuckelavee. You're leaving? So soon? Well, maybe we will meet again to drink and tell tall tales. If you enjoyed today's story, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Have a safe journey, my friend, and even though we are far from Orkney, stay close to the river. You never know.